Started and here we are. Hello, everybody. Mega Gamer Man back at you once again, and this is a different kind of format of a podcast. I know you guys are like, "What the frick is going on?" But I wanted to make it in this kind of format because I find it easier. So that way, you can also like be watching something and not just looking at a bunch of profile pics. But anyway, we're gonna get started here with the first mega cast of the new year. This is basically my new show that I'm gonna be doing like every 2 weeks here and there, and really gonna be talking about more than just games. Of course, still focused on games, but it will be focused more on stuff that we all like too. So, of course, I got some guests here, and we're going to get started with their introductions. So first off, from my left to my right, Casey Liston. How's it going?
I'm back. I'm crazy and I'm angry. I'm sorry for being so fiery, but that's what happened when the juices lose and you game till the end.
Oh my god.
Nice.
I can't wait for someone to hack your stove. But the thing is, next one, of course, you know him. His juices always lose. That sounds so wrong. Terminator Juice.
What's up, everybody? Terminator Juice. And interesting to find out what this megacast could be all about, because I'm not even 100% sure. So we're going to talk about games, talk about TV, and other things entertainment related, I think. So
Yeah.
let's go.
All right, so of course next here, King of Logic, the guy who likes to rage on Halo, the Zen Gamer.
Who isn't exactly very zen right now, but I suppose once we get to the topic, you will understand why.
Oh
I
man.
just have to say, I forgot to say
Definitely
last
not feeling it right.
when I was watching your guys' Halo 5 beta live stream, I forgot to tell Mr. T last night, he was exposed. He had one match with no kills, so and Mega was doing pretty good there for a while. So
Yeah.
That's fine.
that was entertaining to watch, though. I did enjoy watching that.
Trust me, there's gonna be more in the future. But yeah, so basically, before we get into this, before we get into what Zen wants to talk about, because I know we're gonna get into that. We are in the new year, all right? We are now in 2015. We're in the 6th day of 2015, about to enter the 7th. But let's start off with basically shows that we all would like to watch and what we're really expecting from 2015. And I'm going to start off with Terminator here because he does watch a lot of good shows like Arrow and such. I really don't know how what else he watches, but here he goes though. But what are you really excited for in 2015 of what to watch, really?
Well, the
That you can
thing
recommend.
I'm most excited for, and I think a lot, like tens of millions of people, is season 5 of Game of Thrones. First and foremost, I don't think
Right.
it has an official release month yet, but last year it was April for season 4, and that show has definitely raised the bar for television. And HBO they're doing an excellent job. Hopefully they don't fuck that up, but got some good stuff. It's for adults. No children should be watching that show. But
Rated M for mature.
excellent show. But on regular TV, definitely Arrow, and it's a good show. I think season 1 was way better than season 2, and season 3's decent. But I like the 100, which comes out right after Arrow, which is actually why I'm bumping my Juices Loose tournament to Thursdays now, because Wednesdays is just, those two shows are probably my favorite right now. And they have their mid-season break or whatever they call it now. That's the new thing, and those shows have been off since the late December or late November, and they're coming back in middle to end of January. So I got to wait a couple weeks there. For those that watch Gotham, the first few episodes and gave up, that show's gotten a lot better. I actually really like it now.
Yeah, I heard that they're introducing the Penguin now.
Yeah, his storyline, once that becomes more fleshed out, the show gets really good. And I was watching the 11th episode a little bit ago. I turned it off to do this podcast, but it's a good show. So anybody that gave up, first 2-3 episodes weren't amazing, but it's getting really good. And then let's see what else. I'm excited for Face Off on Sci-Fi. That the new season's coming out next week, and that's the show where they do uh, makeup for like uh, people that want to be makeup artists for movies. So they do special effects makeup, and
All
then
right.
these people are amateurs, and basically there's a competition. It's like a competition show, like if you've seen like the cooking shows or whatever, but it's science fiction or what did I say earlier? Special effects makeup, and they do some really awesome stuff. They get like 3 days to create from scratch this amazing stuff, and it's a
What's
really
the name
cool
of the show?
show. Face Off.
Oh, I thought it was like a series version of that Travolta and Nicolas Cage movie.
No, no, it's a kind of a reality competition type show,
Mhm.
and it's really cool. I never watched it till this year or last year. I got into it, so those shows I really like. And then every once in a while, I'll follow Vampire Diaries here and there. I'm not like into it that much, but yeah, I'm trying to think if there's something I'm missing. Oh, The Flash. That's been
Ah.
okay. It's not amazing, but that's been okay. A lot of CW shows for me. I like the fantasy science fiction type shows, and then there's two comedies I watch: New Girl and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, two funniest shows on TV by far. And if you haven't watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, that show is absolutely hilarious with Adam Sandberg is the lead, and it's absolutely hilarious. So yeah, that's what I'm watching. That's what I'm looking forward to, and so far the seasons have been good. So
Oh, let me add on to your list the blacklist. Well, no pun intended. I don't know if you
I know what it is. I haven't seen it yet.
well, the blacklist is an amazing series about a high rated criminal that is helping the FBI to catch other high rated criminals that they don't even know about. It's very interesting, and on it touches on many areas of the human psyche that, at least to me, they haven't been explored before. I recommend that thing 100%.
That's got the
If they are
original,
following your list, they can put that in their watch list.
and that has the original Daniel Jackson from Stargate. I forget his name. The main character, the main actor.
Oh,
Um,
David, James Spader.
yep, James Spader.
Yeah, he's awesome. Man. I will bend over to that guy.
Oh my god.
Okay.
He's
Whoa.
and he's also Ultron in the upcoming Avengers movie.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the voice of Ultron.
Ultron? He's
Yeah, I really
Ultron?
like-
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So
Dang.
yeah, I've always wanted to check that out. I just NBC shows. I just never tune into NBC, so I've never caught it. But
Yeah. All right. So, Kevin, your term was up next anyway, so go for it. I mean, what are you looking forward to? Really? I know that one of them is the blacklist. If he's there.
I think that was his. I don't know if that was his turn. If he only had one to add.
Yeah, I guess.
Who
All
are you
right.
talking about?
Do you?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Do you have any more to add to
You have
that,
any
or
more to
is that
add?
the only-
because it's actually you.
I'm not the kind of guy that follows the shows on TV. I rather wait for them to finish and then launch on Blu-ray or DVD or stream services and then watch them from there. So
Yeah, that is a really good
I can
way.
watch them back to back. What do you say?
That's a better way to watch them. But I just hate waiting when I pay all this money for cable TV, so I'm gonna utilize. I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch them weekly. But
Yeah, you got a point there. Well, there's only one of the shows that Terminator mentioned that I didn't like was New Girl. After the second season, I gave up on that show because it was very funny, but when they capitalized too much on the relationship with
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 Jess
the
and
guy,
Nick,
yeah, Nick, it became like a it became from a comedy to a romantic comedy. So and
yeah, they've changed. It's gone a different direction now, and it's back to just humor. So you should give it another chance. Season three's they've gone a different direction. So without spoiling too much,
Yeah.
it's still a funny show. And I can't think of her name right now. Frickin' the main girl, what Zoe Deschanel. She's one of the
Jess,
most-
yeah.
she's one
Yes.
of the most beautiful women I think on Earth. So, and she's really funny and down to earth. So,
She has a good comedic timing.
mhm.
I can give you
And something about girls with dark hair and blue eyes just gets me. So,
that. Well, out of all the shows that Terminator mentioned, the one that I'm most excited about is Game of Thrones. I've been following that thing with my girlfriend. We watched it together, and we have a lot of fun.
Aww.
And we watch it the same way I talk about. We wait for it to come on DVD or Blu-ray or HBO Plus,
hmm
which is the stream service that they have, and we watched the whole season like in 2 days.
it's
Oh.
really honestly, it's better. Game of Thrones is better watched like 3 episodes at a time because waiting a week, it's never satisfactory just to watch 1 hour. And, so when you can get one or two, 3 episodes in, it's much more fulfilling, and it kind of fills out the story arcs a lot better than a single episode. So I would rather wait, but I can't. When the new episode's out, I gotta watch it because I got HBO as of right now, so I'm gonna be watching it as it airs. But
All right.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. I know Zen's also a good TV watcher, so Zen, what are you looking forward to? It could be I don't know because you also watch anime, but what else are you looking forward to, man?
Oh, anime! Wait, wait,
Oh
wait,
oh
wait, wait, wait,
oh
wait.
oh oh! Wait a second.
You said
Wait
anime.
a second. I well in the beginning I said anime. Hey,
I
you know
forgot.
okay.
I
um.
heard that this summer, Attack on Titan season 2 is coming up. Man, dude,
Oh.
oh my god, that show, man, it hits me deep inside, man. Yeah, add that to the watch list.
You're gonna bend over for that show.
Yeah, exactly. For any Titan that appears there.
I'm sorry, anybody can
Dude,
hate me now, but overrated. But yeah, go for it.
no,
Keep going.
I love it because of the mystery where the Titans came from and how are they gonna get rid of them, and of
Yeah.
course to root for humanity, and it's amazing that even though humanity has this big threat, they still fight each other. It's a great study on humanity. I love those kind of shows. And yeah, sorry, you can carry on.
That's the one that. Okay. Zed, go for it.
Okay, pretty much everything that I'm really looking forward to at this point has already been mentioned by the others. Um, with the exception of one, Walking Dead. When that comes back, I'll be taking a look at that because I've been following it. It's really, really good. Um, really want to see what's going to happen now. I'm not a reader of the comic books, even though every online forum you go into, you got these jackasses out there who try to spoil it. To hell with you guys. I'm talking to you. Yes, you. So I'm looking forward to that. I really want to know what's going to happen to them now that the whole save the world mission has kind of fallen through. Or rather, it never existed. So now they have no destination, they have no mission, they have nothing to do except survive and live day to day. So I'm waiting to see what the next primary drive will be for Rick and his group. What are they going to do next? And the shock value of the season finale, that was something else. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to seeing how certain characters react to a certain death that happened in the season finale. So I'm really looking forward to that. Attack on Titan, yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. But personally, I really think they took a little bit too long to bring that one back. Season one was like a year and a half ago. So it's like, come on, really, guys? Really? You're gonna keep us waiting that long? Um, really, for 2015. Game of Thrones as well. I'm looking forward to that. Was already mentioned. Just started watching The Flash. Not bad. It's decent. I haven't gotten into Gotham yet, even though people have been badgering me to get into it. I will get into it eventually. Give me time. Relax. But really, 2015 is going to be a year of movies for me, more than anything else.
All
Because
right.
the movies coming out this year, those are ones I've been waiting quite some time. Series, yeah, here and there, but it's going to be a movie slash game yeah, in terms of entertainment for me.
All right. So I guess that goes down to me, and of course, Walking Dead. That's one. Uh, and then for there are a bunch of movies too. But anime, oh my god. There are some new ones coming out, but I'm just gonna name one because I don't want to make this too long. Is basically season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul. I'm actually waiting for that. It's supposedly supposed to come out around this
You
winter.
like that thing?
Yeah, dude, Tokyo
We
Ghoul.
can talk about that later.
But that's one of the shows at least. There was this one that just started. It's Tagino Monogatari, and it just started for 2015. It's a really good show. Like it. It's basically from the Monogatari series. It's just a different part into that. But yeah, those are some of them. And I mean some. I could name a lot all day, but I don't want to right now. But yeah, so that's basically with what we expect from at least our entertainment of TV. But let's move on now to what really matters to us, which is, for now at least, gaming. So first I want to bring out that I just want to bring this out that makes it's basically some kind of Smash thing right now. Apparently earlier today, or earlier this week, Zero, one of the Smash competitive players, have released footage of how you can basically stomp on big characters and then punch your way up with Little Mac, giving Little Mac that big aerial kind of game. And I call bull on that. Honestly, there's people that are like, "Oh, this is legit," but to be honest, it is not. If you think about it, because the team would never think about it. The team would never be like, "Hey, this is legit. Let's add this in the game." They never thought about that, and yet these people have discovered a way to make Little Mac's aerial game where you can just. It was like a punch, stomp, punch, stomp, punch, stomp, and then a full-on like his up B or up A. No, it's his up B. And then basically it gets rid of the your opponent. And I found that to be cheap. If anybody's ever saw that footage here, has anybody saw that?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No.
You haven't seen it either? Oh, I gotta give you the link. Because honestly, this has to be one of the cheapest things I've ever seen. And yet Sakurai says no patch. I'm just saying. There.
Yeah.
Well, he'll
That's-
patch. What do they call those? When someone finds a way to get an advantage,
An
they're not
exploit.
gonna exploit. Yeah, they're not gonna balance characters, but if there's an exploit, they will fix.
well, I'm
Because
fairly sure that's an exploit.
yeah, that is
Did you
a
see the
huge exploit.
Pac-Man?
Yeah, the
two
Pac-Man.
Pac-Mans doing their up B.
Oh
bouncing
my
off screen.
god, that has to be like, okay, you're in. Now the thing is, of course, it won't work for anybody. You have to have two Team Pac-Man, but that's still so freaking cheap, man.
I
to-
don't understand how it doesn't KO them. How come they don't just go off the top and die?
Because you have to be hit by an opponent in order to do that. If you're
Yeah.
not hit by
Really?
an opponent, all you do is take slow damage if you're above the screen or not within the viewing area of the screen.
Yeah. So that's why if you saw when they kept going up, they kept getting this percentage damage on them, which was the slow damage. So
So,
you know,
you know, considering these exploits and all these things that are popping up now, um, that are being found by the competitive community of Smash, competitive in quotation marks, by the way. What are you doing when you put this game on? Seriously. When I put the game on, I put it on to play with what was built into the game. The moves that are there and the moves list. Not that there really is one, but I'm there to play with those sorts of things. I'm there to play with what was deliberately built into this game. The problem, I suppose I can't be too angry, even though I am, at the fact that there won't be any more patches and so forth, or that these things really weren't looked at the developers as potential exploits to be found by persons looking for such things. But I think that the latter, that is who I should really direct my anger at, because these persons put these games on not to just play the game as it exists, not to use the things that were deliberately built in to be found by players. No, they put these games on to find these exploits to literally exploit the game to find these cheap things. And the question I have to ask is exactly why? What satisfaction do you gain from that?
They are
So,
frustrated game testers.
are they?
That's what I think.
Are they?
Um,
Maybe
I
maybe some of these people, like I just put the question out there. Maybe they were bug testers, and that's just how their brain works. I don't know.
because now you see that's exactly the problem with this sort of thing and exposing this sort of thing on the internet is that prior to these videos, how many of us in this call knew about these exploits? I'm willing to bet the answer to that question is none. So now that you put this out there, everybody knows about it, and now the cheap among us, those who lack gaming integrity, I suppose is the term to use there, will actively begin practicing these things to use to their own advantages. They similarly did not know about this before it was exposed. Honestly, I believe it's a responsibility. If you're looking for these things and you're able to find these things, ex game tester or whatever, I believe you need to keep it to yourself or try to find some way to contact the team at Nintendo or something like that and tell them and only them, the persons with the power to actually fix it. Finding it and exposing it to the world so now that one's one sickness, let's put it that way, you find a virus, and instead of going to the CDC and trying to have it contained or trying to tell them about it, the persons who professing this to try to find a way to fix it, no, you break the vial and get everyone sick.
They show people how to make the virus.
Exactly. That is irresponsibility to the max. Because now the persons who do not look for these things in these games, persons who are non-X game testers, quote unquote, persons who want to play the game simply for fun have to deal with these assholes who find and use these things to their advantages, where previously they would not have known about it, or at least a very small slice of the pie of the overall user base of the game would have known about it. And your chances of encountering these persons, at least at random, would be equally as small. Now, it's much larger because this video has gone viral. Everybody knows about it. And now we're going to have to face these Pac-Man exploits, Little Mac exploits, and God knows whatever else they're going to find by tomorrow. I'm sure there's going to be a new video. Hey, you can do this thing that you're not supposed to do. Hey, everybody learn it, use it, and screw over the rest of the community who doesn't give a rat's ass about playing the game in that fashion. So, really, that is a pet peeve of mine. It is.
I didn't mind Game Explain showing us how to get the 9 KOs and what's that freaking impossible.
No, you see that
cruel,
that
cruel, cruel smash.
that
Cruel,
that's
but
that's okay. That falls under the context of a guide, a game guide, like a strategy guide. Strategy guides are not wrong because they help you the single player version portion of the game.
and I think
They help you
Nintendo
unlock.
intentionally knew that because that's why they made it Lucina specifically as one of the challenges. I think they knew that that was the only way to probably get that. So,
Right. As annoyed as I sometimes get with Game Explain, cool channel, but they sometimes need to keep their mouth shut.
mhm.
But as annoyed as I get sometimes with them, they don't take it that far. They say, hey, you want to have an invincible strategy for a game online in competition? Use this strategy. Do this. This is exactly how you do it. Let's break it down for you. No. They tell you things that would help you in a single player game, not in competition. That's for you to figure out. Each individual player is responsible for their own fate in the game. You learn or you don't, and you live with whatever the results happen to be.
That's
Finding these
why
things that are not supposed to be used and then telling everyone about it, teaching them how to do it, no, no.
I
Honestly,
honestly believe that's the biggest problem with PC gaming is the mod community. I know people that I love they can mod this game. That's why I love it on PC. I'm like, I want to play the game that the people with the game developers wanted me to play. I don't want some dude who
exactly.
wants to modify so you can fly or something. Like that's not the
Let,
game that I
let me,
bought.
good example. Let me compare that to persons who still don't understand what we're saying. What I'm saying particularly is imagine someone who has knowledge and understanding of how to do lag switching in video games. If you don't know what that is, it's the task of actually giving yourself server advantage, so that if online you're playing online, also the nonsense we going on with your opponents, but it will not affect you. They'll have lag, but you won't. So it's like coming online and say, hey, this is the game, this is the mode, this is how you do lag switching here. You get this thing, you do that, you do this bit of program, you do that, and now here's how to make it undetectable. So now that the systems they have in place to ban cheaters won't work on you. Really?
Yeah.
No,
And then
no.
the
But
sad
but
part
in the
about this, no, but really the sad part about this is that now, you know how all that broken stuff they use in the melee tournaments and stuff like that, right? And they count it. They are just like, yeah, this is fair, this is fair. So apparently, Meta Knight gets banned because nobody likes him, right? Because he was too fast, to all this stuff. But why wasn't he in there, right? He was cheap, right? But then all of a sudden we're back here, and now everybody's accepting the cheapness, even in the tournaments. They're accepting the cheapness. It doesn't matter what you are or what you do in the game. It's just as long as you win, it's gonna go fine. So you can literally be Sheik, and for some reason it just happens, right? It just happens where you do a forward smash, not even fully charged, and the guy gets knocked out at 40%. Because it can happen.
Hmm.
It can happen. So, and yet these people will just accept it. That's just my problem mostly with the Smash community, is that they accept anything just because, oh, it's in the game. It's in the game.
Of
Well,
No.
what about Other M though? I mean or not Other M, but
Project
Project
M?
M.
Oh,
People
oh my
like
God.
serious Smash players like accepted that. Sakurai didn't make that. Like, why did I seen Ganon with a sword? Like, how is that acceptable to these people? But then they get mad because Brawl doesn't have wave dashing or something, and so they have to just change the rules. It's like, you're not the guy who made the game. I don't want to play your version of the game.
Exactly. From the
I
very
want to
beginning,
Sakurai's.
wave dashing was not meant to be used. Wave dashing is just a side effect of the game's engine and the way it was programmed. They discovered, hey, I could do this, but it wasn't programmed into the game. It was a combination of certain things, certain elements of the programming of the game coming together, and that became wave dashing. It's very similar to fire hopping, not necessarily programmed into the game, but it's a side effect of how the game was programmed. Pieces came together, and that was an oversight. If you want to use that word, it was an oversight by the team. It's there, but it wasn't meant to be there. This wasn't. Let's put it this way. This wasn't a bullet point on the development team. Okay, we need to have drifting. We need to have what items. We need to have this amount of enemies. Playable characters. This amount of stages. Oh yeah, and we need to have fire hopping. I'm fairly sure that wasn't on the bullet point of things to deliberately put into the game. But there you go. I just really despise that sort of gamer, that sort of person that really can't see the difference between deliberately programmed things in the game and side effects of the way the game was programmed. Yet see it all being as fair. It's ridiculous. Absolutely
Yeah.
ridiculous. Oh, and by the way, where Smash is concerned, a lot of persons will approach us here in the call, I suppose, and say, "Yeah, well, you're not technical. You don't use technical names. You don't know what a dare is or what a fair is. You don't know what a up air is. You don't use these things. What lag bouncing and all that crap. No, we don't use these technical terms, and we are not competitive in that sense. But why should we have to use technical terms in order for our opinion to be counted as valid? Let me give you an analogy. Let me give you an analogy. Do you have to profess and know exactly and be able to explain to the smallest degree the chemical composition of feces in order to know it's shit? No. Everyone knows what shit is. It doesn't matter if you can describe and tell everyone in the world what comprises shit. It's shit. You're born knowing this, more or less. So I don't understand that logic. That doesn't make any sense to me because you're basically invalidating opinions based on, I don't know, what you consider a lack of knowledge, but really, come on.
Yeah.
I think it's a whole different mindset. People that
It
are
is, it
okay
is.
with that exploits, taking advantage of exploits and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, but it's just the stuff that we find. It's just it kind of really just bothers me because now people are gonna use this, and it just makes the game less fun. you know?
It does.
So that's the problem, you know. Everybody's like, "Oh, just have fun with the game," but how can I have fun when people are just gonna do this all over online, you know? So yeah, that's just what it's gonna be at. But moving on from
Can I
that.
jump in? No, no, no. Can I jump? I need to jump in on this
All right, all right, all right.
because I've been part of the fighting game community, and I'm not gonna defend them, but I'm gonna say some stuff that you haven't considered yet,
Hmm.
which is that how about if this exploit was as many things in video games discovered by accident, and they were just showcasing it so the programmers or developers have some glance at it and they patch it like it happened in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. The two DLC characters, True Ogre, no, Ancient Ogre and Kunimitsu, they had infinite. Well, one had an infinite combo, and the other one had like invincibility when she crouched, and that was patched out. Then that was exactly because the community came together and they shared it, so so Namco Bandai would look at it.
Now the
And
thing
that's
is, I see where
like
you're
I said
coming
before.
at. No, wait,
No,
hold
like
on.
I said
I
before, I
see.
addressed this. I addressed this.
Yeah.
You keep it contained. That's the problem. You don't tell everyone how to do it. You don't break it down and teach people. That's not saying, hey, I want this patch. That's saying, hey, I want others to use this too. If they really wanted, if they wanted this patched, if they saw it as an explain, say we want this out of the game, and our sole purpose in bringing attention to this is so that that's the exact end result. They would share this on Miiverse. They would write emails, letters to Nintendo. They tried their best to keep this as small as possible and have very few individuals knowing about this. They wouldn't go on YouTube with a fairly popular YouTube channel and then have lessons in how to do it.
Yeah.
Fixing it
Yeah.
was not your intention
That
if you're doing that.
was. That's exactly what I was about to say.
I agree. But there has probably been others that someone recorded that Pac-Man one. I don't even think they were the person that did it. He just replayed
Yeah.
his.
Yeah.
They
It
were
happened to
playing
him.
against the Pac.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was showing it to try to look at this BS. You know. So
Yeah, he even had it in his. He even had it in his title. Pac-Man's now broken. So
Yeah.
the thing is, that's basically a note of please patch this up because this is
No,
ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. But that
Yeah.
wasn't exactly the best way of letting developers know about it.
Yeah.
He didn't then come with another video and say, okay, that's what happened to me in that Pac-Man video. Now I'm gonna have my friend come over and we're gonna teach you how to do it. What?
Yeah. It's just that.
You're right,
That's
you're
the thing
right.
that bothers me, and that's why when Zero showed that, that really kind of got me where he was teaching the people how to do it. He was literally teaching. He went step by step. He wasn't like, "Oh, please, Sakurai, fix this." No, he didn't. He never even said anything like that. He's just like, "Oh, this is an aerial game and make it better." He literally said it. He literally went through it. So that's what really bothers me right there. Instead of going and
Absolutely.
and like trying to get into some forums, trying to directly at least try to get with Sakurai because he was in the international tournament. Remember, he was in the invitational, right? He was with the rest of the Smash players that was close connected with Nintendo, and yet
Now,
they don't do anything.
one last thing.
But, yeah,
I
I
will
just wanna-
bring up because there will be some people saying, "What's wrong with Little Mac having a better air game?" I think that's cool that he's sharing this. One, Little Mac is a terror underground because he's weak in the air. If he now has viable options in the air like this, and they're discovered, then doesn't that actually break the character? Just some food for thought.
yeah, the because the balance
True.
is he's terrible and it shouldn't be. That was the intention. So and his balance is he's really good on the ground.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's what I like about this game. That some characters are very good at something, but you can easily try to exploit. Well, try to
counter.
capitalize on their weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There's. Anyway, go ahead.
yeah, no. Go ahead because we're.
I was just
Get
gonna
it.
say that there's if the character you're playing as isn't good against Little Mac, there's definitely other characters that are better against him, or vice versa, other characters. There's
Yeah.
Yeah,
always,
that's what the counter picks are for.
like
There's always-
I'll be playing as Zero
Yeah.
Suit Samus, and I'll be playing against somebody, and there's somebody that just destroys me, and then I switch to destroy them. So it's like there's always it might not be the character you like might not be good against certain characters, but there is a character that is good against that character.
Right.
Yep.
There's always that.
So that's basically gonna do it for that. Because honestly, oh my god, just please, if you find something, this is the only thing we're saying. Keep it to
Keep
yourself
it to yourself.
and notify them directly. Notify the developers directly or whatever. Just do that, okay? Because why make a YouTube video and teach people? So, yeah,
Make
that's
it
basically
record
what
it, make it a private, unlisted video, and
Yeah.
share it like
And
in a
share it.
Twitter or something. Be like Bill Trin and say, hey, I've found a bug because the Treehouse does. I mean, they are partially responsible for that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
there's got to be some
So-
way. I mean,
So honestly, they should, just keep it private, and that's basically it. So that's just what we're saying with this. But yeah, I mean, I would say I'm still enjoying Smash with. Oh my god! All right, whatever. Next we're gonna
we can
move
go all
on.
night on this
Yeah.
topic.
So moving on is that we have Nintendo of Europe. This was latest news actually. Nintendo of Europe is giving out new Ambassador 3DSs. This is the new model of the 3DS, and it has faceplates of it, and it says Ambassador on it. So the thing is, it's great and all, it's nice, but we already have people selling it like a mofo. That's basically my only problem. Now, I understand this also happened with the 20th anniversary edition of the PS4, where a bunch of people actually have sold it. Now, I understand people do sell it. That's fine. I mean, no one can stop you. But for people who are actual fans, of the brand or of the series, stuff like that, why are you going to basically buy it and then sell it for double the amount of money that somebody that would actually want it to actually play with it or play on it, and you're just going around doing like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy it and sell it for like
So-
double the money. So
But to answer your question, you know what I'm the scumbags. That's why.
Yep.
let me ask this: was there a limited? Are they already sold out in Europe? Did they have a limited supply?
Yeah.
As far as I heard, you could buy it all the way up till.
Yeah, honestly,
the
if I was Nintendo and I saw this going on,
And we're gonna
going
also include Majora's Mask on this, because
God.
also the collector's edition that just came out too that they announced. We're gonna put that together because apparently it's sold out already. But this is gonna be more of a different kind of approach with the Majora's Mask that I have my thoughts on. But let's focus on the 3DS one for now. So just go for it.
Yeah, so if I was Nintendo, I'd have been a total dick about it since people are being total dicks about this. You haven't even received the thing yet, but you're selling it off like that. Or maybe you have it, but it's so new. It's meant for fans. It's meant to be kept. It's a memento. It's supposed to have sentimental value for true fans, and you're selling it like this for a cheap profit. If I haven't given it off yet, if I haven't shipped them out yet, I'd have canceled the entire initiative, the entire program, then going up on Twitter and said, "That's why you can't have nice things. Screw you." Honestly, because it's absolutely ridiculous if somebody's messaging it. But
Yeah.
as for the whole Majora's Mask thing, with it's selling out. Look, listen, I got up this morning. I did what I have to do, ran about, got some business done, came back home, went online, went to Player Essence, shout out, and I saw that North America is getting a Majora's Mask collector's edition as well. At first, I thought it was some sort of typo. I'm like, they wouldn't do that, would they? But they did, and there was a link to the Amazon page. So I went to the Amazon page, and there it is, right there in my face. Is that the one they're getting, with the double-sided poster, the soundtrack, and something else? I think the steel box edition is not the one they're getting. We're getting just the game and a Skull Kid statue. Yeah, and that's it. It's going to be for $10 or $20, or I can't even remember how much.
It was 50 total.
Yeah. What I can
50
see,
Yeah.
what I can see, my dear King of Logic, is that this is due to the collectors culture that we're having right now in gaming. It all started in retro gaming, like people selling NES games in thousands of dollars, and now even things that they consider limited edition, people are gonna buy it well, instead of just buying it and then keep it for a long time and then sell it, as I don't know, as a gimmick, or as a way to say that, oh, hey, this was a limited edition a long time ago and you can get it anywhere. But no, they
But
just sell it
yeah, they
out.
just sell it.
Yeah, they
But
just sell it out and then buy it, and then they sell it out and then resell it right away.
yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. These people are not just buying a copy and then selling a copy for a cheap profit. These assholes. No matter how I think about this, these assholes are depriving other fans. I'm not saying they may not be. They're not fans. Maybe they are. I don't know. I don't know these people personally, but I know that what they're doing, that's a dick move. These assholes are buying multiple copies because there is no limit.
Yeah.
Multiple copies just to sell them off when the well runs dry, which it already has. So you know they're gonna go crazy with the pricing. Scalpers, man, that's a dick move because you're preventing someone who probably isn't into that whole culture as you're speaking of before, which exists.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
probably
this
gonna
right
buy
now,
this thing.
and this
Sorry.
right now is part of the disadvantages of being an only physical kind of gamer. That there are people that say that there are no advantages of digital gamers, of digital games. I mean, and this is one of them. Limitless supply,
So
and you don't have to worry about that.
the rest of my story goes like this. I get pissed because I tried to add it, pre-order it, and the minute I pre-order it, it won't go to my cart on Amazon, right? So I keep coming back to the product page. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I refresh the product page, and there it is. This item is sold out. Sign up here to be notified as to when it'll be coming back into stock. And I'm like, holy shit, really? Like 20 minutes after I saw it, and I read the post from the origin source. It was like an hour after it was announced. It's already gone. So I go to IGN to see what the IGNers are thinking. I love that comment section. Maybe not the website, but I do love the comment section. So I go over there just to see what they're thinking on the same topic. IGN has up an article. I go into the comment section. There's this guy on there saying, "Oh well, thanks to the easy money Nintendo, I didn't even want this game. I'm not gonna keep a copy for myself, but I was able to snag 5 copies."
My God.
I got
Wow.
pissed off. I haven't signed into my IGN account in years. I signed into that bad boy, and I said, "Dude, you are a fucking asshole." That's the chain of other similarly pissed off people just cussing this dude out. And I started that because I couldn't stand it. This dude comes here to tell us, other fans who are now out of luck, to tell us that, hey, I'm not even going to keep a copy. But thanks to the free money, the easy money Nintendo, I just got 5 copies of an already sold out thing. You asshole.
I
I'll
think
say
that
it
is
again,
exactly
just so it
what is
sinks in.
happening.
You asshole.
Oh shit.
Don't mess with him in Zelda, bro.
He can be Zen, but shit, man.
Yeah.
Yo, that pissed me off. That set me up a wall today. Because I'm like, really? Is that what's going to happen to this thing? Now, on the other side of it, we have, the limited stock. I suppose that's part of it as well. And I don't know what Nintendo's doing, but don't announce a collector's edition and then proceed to make 10 copies. Are you serious? Because other collector's editions, the Skyrim collector's edition, which I owned at one time, I owned the disc itself, not the rest of it. The Halo 4 collector's edition, which I own, that was available for months on end. Was it because that the demand was low? No. It was because they understood what the demand would be and notified the retailers, hey, this is going to be, and it's going to exceed the amount of orders you're going to get. Come on, Nintendo. I understand limited edition and collector's edition should be limited to some sense of the word, but limited doesn't mean 200 copies. You have millions of fans. Really?
Zen, you reminded me of an episode of Dexter's Laboratory where they had to buy like an envelope, and in that envelope, if you're lucky enough, you get like a golden diskette, a floppy disk.
I remember the one.
And,
Yeah.
and they say no, sorry, there's only one purchase per customer. Why they don't do this with limited
I don't know.
editions?
I don't know. They should.
Well, the thing is, you could get around that by having multiple
Yeah.
accounts on Amazon, but it'd be a little more work. I would be disappointed if you could just put 5.
You know,
in
you know, what'd be
pre-order.
make it even better is if that they would keep track of the addresses. So if the same account has the same address, right? Of course, people would find another way of being like, "Oh, I'm gonna send it to you, man." They would send it to their friend or something like
Yeah,
that.
but they have to work for it then.
Yeah, they have to really
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
for it.
See,
So,
these people even have bots, automated programs that notify them when something rare comes up for sale, and the bot places the order. They don't even have to be there.
My God.
That is ridiculous.
I
it's
got a,
it's honestly stupid.
I got something to chime in here.
All right, go for
Yeah.
it. Yeah, go for it.
There's I mean, Zen covered both sides, but it wasn't that long ago I was in a store that sells games, and it was like, I forget, it was a game that came out like 3 years ago or something, and it had a collector's edition, and it was still in the display case 3 years later.
Hmm.
In that regard, that totally makes the words collector's edition on that box an absolute lie. Like, that, I know it doesn't say limited edition, but it isn't a collector's edition if it's just readily available even years later, because that kind of defeats the purpose of it being a collector's
Well,
edition.
not years later per se, but at least ensure there's enough stock so that it can be sold at least up until the game launches. On launch date, discontinue the collector's edition. That way, how
I
much
don't
ever,
disagree with that. I don't disagree with that
yeah,
either.
how much ever wanted it until that day, they can get it. Because if you're truly a collector, you're truly excited about getting this special edition thing, you're going to pre-order before the launch of whatever it is.
Yeah, what they
So,
should do is let
yeah.
you pre-order it, and then let's say 300,000 people pre-order it, then just make 300,000 copies. Like,
There we
that
go.
should work.
Let the demand dictate how much is made. The
That's
demand.
Yeah.
that's a good compromise. But with collecting, I knew some guys that were diehard into card sports like baseball and football. And the funny thing is like the cards are most valuable during someone's rookie season before you know if they're gonna be good or not. Like, there's a lot of rookies that come out and then they suck, but their cards will be valued. You find one in a pack, a signed autographed rookie card, they go for $1,000 if it's like a really high before they ever play a game. And then, and then a year later they turn out to not be a good player. Their cards are back down to $60, $40, $30. So in that regard, if you buy a pack of cards for $10 and you get a signed rookie card, you better sell it
Now,
right then and there.
in that same comment section, there were a couple other persons who brought up some really valid points. Not everyone was cussing out that one dude. So, a couple of people came up with these valid points. I would like to address them here. They said, "Well, why should Nintendo, this multi-million dollar company, go so far out of their way to ensure everyone gets a copy when really all they're trying to do is sell their product?" And my rebuttal to that was, well, not doing so doesn't necessarily benefit them either. When you think about it, these scalpers are buying multiple copies of the game. Let's say they buy 5, as this one dude said he did, and they go on to sell these 5 at, let's say, double the price. That doesn't double Nintendo's sales. That's money for him, not for them. As opposed to ensuring that there's enough copies to go around. Those 10 sales, 5 for that dude and 5 for the other guys who that dude deprived. That's 10 sales for Nintendo. Having enough demand would squash the resale market, and thus ensure that you have more sales for your charts and more money in your pockets. So I'm not too sure where those persons were coming from, as legitimate as the questions were, but it makes more sense to squash that second sale market and ensure that those sales belong to you.
Just like
By
the GameCube
ensuring that
adapter.
is there. You'd like the GameCube adapter. There we go. By ensuring that there is enough to go around, distribution is equal to the demand. It just makes
But
more sense business-wise. It does.
I wouldn't blame like my buddy ASAP Rel. He got the bundle of Smash, but he likes playing with the Pro controller. I
Right.
said, dude, sell the GameCube controller adapter for 60, 70, 80 bucks, whatever they're going for. Said you basically paid for your $100 bundle, and then if later down the road, if you happen to find one, those things will eventually be $5 on eBay, like years from now. Like, if
Yeah.
you really want one to complete that set, you could get a used one later on. And he wasn't willing to do it.
There's
But
no
and
problem with that.
it's
None,
not his
because-
fault that
Yeah.
Nintendo didn't make enough. He
Yeah,
didn't buy it.
he bought it for the thing, right? Even though he didn't end up using it, that's no problem. You sell part of your collector's thing, and you end up paying for your purchase in in its entirety. Well, okay, that's not like saying he went out knowing it was limited, knowing it would be worth something in the long run, and he bought like
Mhm.
10. He didn't do that because no matter how you try to shake it and shift it, that's a dick move.
Because this is also the same problem, and this is gonna be my own like video, my own rant with amiibos, because that kind of stuff actually pisses me off too. It's just Nintendo. Really, it's kind of Nintendo's fault at the same time, because they're the ones that really don't make enough supply, because they really do rush out a lot of their supply. They really do. If you noticed
Mhm.
from these past months, especially with Amiibo, and it really kind of gets me to where, okay, why is it where you're only giving this store the pre-order amount instead of giving them the pre-order amount and a couple extra, so that way when someone walks into the store, they can get it,
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
they forgot to
Mhm.
pre-order, or there just wasn't enough time because they had work, they had, people have life,
No, not even that, man.
so
Forget about forget about wanting to pre-order and not being able to because you run out of time.
oh, that's
Not
true.
everyone pre-orders.
Yep.
People still walk in the stores. It might sound strange to you and I, but not everyone pre-orders. So you're basically catering to one section of your fan base, those who are into that sort of thing and will pre-order ahead of time, pay up ahead of time. Not everyone does that. So it's really unfair to those persons who walk into the store the day the thing launches, like, oh well, I know I couldn't get it before. Maybe I don't know about this pre-ordering thing. What? It's sold out? How come? It launched today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
So
that's kind of getting into. It's kind of the opposite of what you said earlier, though. I agree. Like, make it a limited edition for everyone who pre-ordered, and as soon as that game comes out,
oh no, 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 no. I
then
mean,
get rid of it. That's
that
I agree with that for collector's editions. Now we're talking about like Bayonetta
amiibos.
2,
No, I'm talking about amiibos. Then that one
yeah,
thing
and
was applied
amiibos,
earlier.
the GameCube adapters. Like they got the GameStop I went to, they got enough smashes for the pre-orders, and then he had like a few copies extra. Bayonetta 2, they got one extra on top of the 7 pre-orders at the store I was at. And he
Wow.
said that he asked for more because he's the manager, and Nintendo absolutely wouldn't send him anymore. Like that's all
Same
he
thing
could
here.
get.
Yeah.
So it's on Nintendo, and it's almost like they're. You remember back when the N64 became like big news because people couldn't find them for the holiday, and
They're
it
deliberately
really
doing this. Yeah,
propelled. I think they still have that mindset of if people can't find it in the stores, they think that, oh my god, I gotta have it, and it's working with amiibos. Like if amiibos were just readily available, they probably wouldn't even sold. They probably would have sold 20% less.
probably. But where the limited collection thing is concerned, I do have one potential. Maybe it won't be a cure all, but it could fix some of the issues with it. And it might sound strange. I know it's going to sound strange, and you're probably not going to agree with me. But maybe have multi-tiered collector's editions. You have the standard edition, and with some games there's the limited, and then there's the collectors. The limited be like, depending on what it is, $20, $40 more expensive. Then the collectors would be some ridiculous thing like $250 or something like that, right? Not everyone is gonna go for the collector's edition because you really do have to be a collector to pay that amount of money for whatever it is, right? Halo 5 is coming this year, has a $250 collector's thing. Comes with some sort of statue and whatever
Which
else.
is ridiculous in my opinion, but
Yeah, it is. And it also has a limited edition, which comes with a steel bookcase and the game itself, but doesn't come with all of the fineries that the other one does. But that's $99. Of course, then there's the standard $59.99. Try to split it up like that, and maybe the sheer price of it, would scare off some of the scalpers. Like, whoa, I can't afford to buy 4 of those. That's kind of crazy. So maybe that's a deterrent in a way, because when you sell something that's going to be rare really soon for $10 more than the standard, that's not a deterrent to anyone. I know they're trying to be consumer friendly, but this is considering the other side of the argument as well. So it's a concern.
and if I'm not mistaken, the eBay era, the first time we saw this was the PS3. Because eBay wasn't without eBay, this doesn't happen. This resell stuff, it's not going to be mass people doing it. The PS3 is the first system I know of that was a victim of this. And what was the solution? Once Sony got a bunch of PS3s in stores, those eBay prices went from $1,800 to 620. Like you'd actually could make no money because eBay takes 8%, and you'd pay 600 for the system, and you'd be lucky to get 620 for it. And I saw that happen because I saw a PS3 in the store for the first time, and I bought one, and I put it on eBay, and it went for like 620, and then the guy didn't pay, so I just returned it. It as fast as those prices jump up, as soon as if they could just get supply back in the stores, that would eliminate those people being able to just make tons of money off them. So I just wish Nintendo would just
Yeah.
the GameCube adapters. I wish they said, all right, we're gonna mass produce, we're gonna make 500 more thousand,
Now,
the you know, and just kill that off right away, so people weren't taking advantage.
yeah, one more fix I would mention is to ensure that these copies of limited editions, collected editions, whatever, what have you, get into the hands of actual fans. You should have tied it to Club Nintendo. You need to have a Club Nintendo account to even try to buy one of these directly from Nintendo.
I think the Ambassador 3DS has that.
Unfortunately, that still didn't work.
But you can still sell as soon as you get it. You can still sell it.
You can still sell it. I mean, you still can't go buy get multiple copies of it because then that means having multiple Club Nintendo accounts, which is quite a lot of work. So, yeah, I mean, there are things you can try, experiments you can do. Maybe nothing will stop it. Maybe it's inevitable to have this sort of thing happen, but nonetheless, personally, and speaking from my personal point of view, I am pissed the hell off right now.
Yeah.
Especially after I thought I wasn't going to get this thing, that Europe was going to get it only. That I wake up this morning and see the happiest picture of an NEA thing with a Skull Kid trophy, and now I can't get it. Why? Because I guess it was not meant to be.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean,
capitalism, man.
it would have improved my mood, but whatever.
Yeah, welcome to the wonders of free market.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just that's the thing that really just gets me. Really, it just pisses me off where you want to get something, but then you got the jerk that buys 5,000 copies and then they sell it for more than it was worth, and it's just like it's like selling something that was $5 and then this guy sells it for 20. You know, it really bothers me because it's something that it's like. It's just people are probably watching them being like, oh, there's nothing wrong with that, they can make their money back. But the thing is, you have people that actually want to keep it. They want to keep the product that they that whatever company is announcing, right? And yet you have douchebags that basically just are just like, oh, I'm gonna buy 5 and then sell them for $65, and even though they were only meant to be $10, like that's just the thing. Where you have these douchebags that will never ever open these up and actually have fun with them, and that's just the thing.
That brings something to my mind. You mentioned the special edition PlayStation, the 20th anniversary one, that they had the whole thing. You had to know some code or something like that.
Yeah.
You get to buy one for a low price. There's this guy who goes, and I think most of you would have heard about this. He doesn't even want to sell it, right? People are selling it for they're like $10,000, all kind of kinds of craziness.
It's
He
ridiculous.
wants to destroy it.
What?
So he goes to Kickstarter. He starts with a Kickstarter and says that, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a YouTube video of me destroying this 20th anniversary PlayStation 4. And I want to, some ridiculous amount of money, but I think the number was $250,000 accumulated in order to produce that video. So you would think that would just get laughed at, and no one would pay it any would give it the time of day. This guy already has a couple $1,000s donated to him in Kickstarter to do that. To
Sounds like something.
what kind of world do we live in?
No.
That sounds like something FPS Russia would do, except for he doesn't ask for money. He spends his own money and then destroys things in super slow motion cameras capture it.
I think it's $25,000. I think that's the number, not $250,000. $25,000.
25,000? Oh, what do you need with 25,000? What? Oh, you can't afford your
I don't
own.
know.
Just blow it up with fireworks, I guess. Just do
Well,
those things are explosive.
Those
Now, here's the kick. When you have to actually tell the community at Kickstarter exactly what it is you're going to use the money for, right? Like hiring new staff, buying new equipment so they can produce that game, for example. This guy says he needs the money to prepare for the destruction of the console. What?
Okay.
What you need to buy a camera? Camera's $25,000 now? Really?
Well, to rent some of those high-speed cameras are a couple $100,000, and to rent it could possibly be $10,000 rental or something.
I mean,
But I'm not saying that's what's happening here. But I
Yeah.
know that to get those high-speed 200 frames per second cameras,
he's not gonna do that. He's gonna film
Yeah.
that.
That's gonna have to be a 2-hour
Yeah.
feature film. All
Yeah,
of
I'm
it.
it's
sorry.
That'd be worth it. Yeah, but I mean, and then the rewards. The rewards that actually had me tearing up. If you donate, no, for free. Actually, you can get or for $1. For $1, you get a YouTube link to the video before it's made public. Like he's gonna set it to unlisted or whatever. For $10, something like that. Then he has the really stupid expensive ones for $500 or $500 donation. You get a link to the YouTube video before it's made public, and a piece of the destroyed console, and it goes up and up and up and up. You get parts of the CPU and whatever as the tiers and donations go up, and I'm like, really?
you see, that really bothers me again, because
People
I'm
are
actually
starving.
one. I'm actually one that wants to have one of those, because actually right now I would love to have a PS4 like that. I would love to get a PS4 right now that looks like that, because I like the older PlayStation, not really as of now, but I liked PlayStation, of course. I always bought their games and such. So that would have been something that would have been nice to just have here, and actually I could be playing on it, because I would actually be using it, because that's what a console is made for. But
honestly, in my opinion, I wouldn't pay $399 for that thing. Like it's worth.
actually, there
nothing
were
extra.
places where there was a secret code and stuff like that. You had to bring like a PS1 controller or something like that, and then the price would lower. And
the
yeah,
original thing. You could get it for, I believe it was something like $20, right?
yeah, for
You had
$20.
to go with a actual console, a PS1 console, a PS1 controller, and once you get there at the secret location that wasn't public to everyone, and you talk to the guy, you had to give him the code. I think I crashed my Bandicoot, and that's how you were eligible to buy the 20th anniversary PS4 for $20.
Yep.
For 20, but
Yep.
what else? I mean, was it ever like in a store to buy for like $399? Or it has the camera too, so I wouldn't. If it was
No.
$349,
I think you had to
don't
go
think
to. I think those are like at Sony stores. You have to do it. I would
Yeah,
say.
there was only
Yeah.
there was only 20,300 made, right? If that's
Yeah,
why
it's
I
like-
hate that guy.
Yeah, it was like around there. So yeah, that's why they made
12,300.
12,000.
Which means that this guy who's doing this ridiculous Kickstarter crap, he did all of that, or maybe he bought it off eBay. I don't know, and he using the Kickstarter to recoup his ridiculous purchase. But either way, let's assume that he went through the trouble of actually buying one of these legitimately using the process that Sony themselves said you should. He now has one of 20,000 roughly consoles in the world. Only true superfans should have, and he's gonna destroy it for money.
Oh my god!
Really?
It just, and that's when because I remember a video that
That's a new kind of low.
somebody brought out that why is Sony complaining about people just selling it on. I can understand what Sony's feeling right now, because this guy's literally destroying it. Like this is something that they
He ain't gonna
wanted.
get enough money. He's
They-
only got like 108. I just looked. He's only got 180 as the last post I saw.
Well, those people who
Okay.
donated are dumb, so screw them.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, because honestly,
what is the actual number he's asking for?
20,300.
20,300. Okay.
yeah, right.
And that's weird because they made 12,300. It's just it's just weird that he picked $20,300, and there's going to be 12,300 of them made. But I think my question to you guys is, if you got one, let's say you got one for the 20, or you paid 400, would you, since it's so limited, would you use it, or would you keep it sealed up?
Yes, I would keep it, and I would play it. I would literally play it.
Yeah.
Because it's
No,
like, and even though just the way that this goes with limited edition consoles and such, it's not really a matter of keeping it in the box. yeah, of course, keep the box and everything. It's just a matter of you keeping it in good condition as you use it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's really that way because there's people that have been using their limited editions, then they sell it, and it comes out to like sell it like years later, and then because probably they don't want to get in gaming, they're done, but they sell it for years later, and then all of a sudden it sells like for mad cash. So it would honestly in years time, as long as you take care of it, there's nothing wrong with it. Put some protective stuff on it. I don't care,
I
like
wouldn't
stuff
use
that
the
wouldn't even do.
controller though.
Oh, the control.
I would have no problem with one of these guys getting one of these things. They use it. They enjoy the exclusivity in that small group of super fans who were lucky enough to get one. You use it, and then when you're done with it, when it becomes outdated and obsolete, as all these things do, you sell it and you automatically pay for your PS5. I have no problem with that. All right, none, because at that point in time you've used it, you're done. You're moving on, no problem. But these dudes who just get it and immediately sell it off, nah, man, come on. Or get it, and worst case scenario is this clown is showing us wants to destroy it. Nah.
Yeah, I don't agree with destroying a limited edition. I know people like bought PS3s when they were hard to find and shot them with guns and just captured it in slow motion. But
Oh,
Yeah.
no, well, yeah, I really enjoy that channel, by the way. The guy who destroys the consoles.
Mhm.
But he doesn't do limited editions. He just blows up a
Yeah.
standard edition.
It's like a console you can just find anywhere. So it's like okay.
Yep. Yeah, I almost
But-
shed a tear when he shot that gamepad, though. Just,
Oh yeah. Oh man, I look at my gamepad, I hold it. But
cradle it in your arms.
but yeah, that's basically gonna be it for that topic. Because we kind of spend a lot. But yeah, douchebags like you guys that want to buy billions of copies and then sell them when they're limited, just screw you. Go. Just I really hope someone rips you off of something that you want to, because honestly, you guys are a bunch of douchebags. So,
Yeah, one last thing.
oh, you want to? All right, go for it.
Yeah, just real quick. That's something that really pains me because people say all the time that corporations don't care about you and all they want is money, and they made something like this at the same price a regular PlayStation 4 is. And it's for the loyal fans. It's thinking about us. It's caring about us, and then we do that to them. It's
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
it's really sad because it's like when you make a product, you make a product and you want people to enjoy it. Like let's say you're making a game, because trust me, there's many people that out there that really make games because they love doing it. They love to share their ideas and their worlds that they've been having in their head. And they want people to enjoy it, but then when people abuse it and sell it like off, and say if it was like a limited kind of thing, right, and then they just sell it off and not really enjoy the game, then that's really heartbreaking, because nobody's really enjoying it. People are just having it so that way they can sell it for tons of money. So that's really what pains with this kind of subject we're really talking about, is just don't be a douche like that. I understand you would make money. I know people done it during the Wii, during PS3, during when anything was limited. But honestly, don't do it, because there's people that would actually want it. So that's basically where I'm going to leave it off. So yeah, that's basically going to be it for this. Those are really big subjects right there that we got into. But yeah, so the way that we're going to end it, though, is through a good game of my amiibo smashing. Now, the way that this is going to go, yes, this is kind of a different format, and you guys have been seeing some replay fights this past podcast. But so the way that this is going to work is that each of us, I have 4 amiibo right now, but each of us, it's all right, this is Zelda, man. But each of us, now you see why this guy was pissed with the collector's edition. The thing is, though, with Smash, this is the way we're going to do it. My amiibo are going to fight, and we are each going to bet on which amiibo is going to win. Now, all of them have a fair advantage. They're all level 50. I all trained them very hard. Now, here and there, they might do some dumb things because that's normal AI. But we're gonna bet on them, and then throughout some time, we're gonna see who basically becomes the winner of the or who is the better. So I'm gonna get these amiibo now because I forgot to bring them here. But the amiibo that are gonna be fighting are Kirby, Luigi, Mario, and Samus. So we're not placing actual bets. we're not actually betting real money.
It would have been nice because we're four podcasters right now.
I mean, that's true. But you know, we can at least do this, and you guys will be choosing who, at least out of the next 5 episodes, whoever has the most bets, you guys out there that are watching will choose which one of us that you will think will win out of the total. So if you win, there's a special giveaway. Trust me, there is. I have a special giveaway, and it starts with an A. So, yeah, you probably already know what it is. But I'm gonna, yeah, probably, yeah. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna go with that. But I'm gonna set it up to Smash. I'm gonna make sure these guys. I'm gonna screen share to these guys, so that way they can see. So hold on a sec.
What are the matches? Like 2 minutes?
It's a stock match, full on stock match. So
2 stocks.
it's gonna be a 2 stock.
Okay, because
It's gonna
sometimes
be-
amiibos take forever to
Yeah.
fight each other.
So it's gonna be a 2 stock 4-way match. I'm gonna make sure it's only 5 minutes, so that way if they don't kill each other, they kill. But yeah, so that's what's gonna be. So you guys can see it perfectly. I have to keep it in the screen size, but you guys can at least see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So this is what's gonna happen, guys. Is I'm gonna get my amiibo. Yes. All right. Fine. Freaking gamepad. I'm gonna get my amiibo right now. But you guys start getting who you think is gonna win. Remember, it's Kirby, Mario, Luigi, or Samus. So who you think is gonna win?
My man.
I want Mario. How do we decide who gets to pick? Silence. Come on, Casey. I know you want to say something.
All right. Now everybody betted. I betted. Let me see. I'm gonna go with my boy Luigi.
How do I bet?
Just
How are we doing?
just say it. Just say it. Who do you bet on?
Who
What
are
if-
the fighters again?
Luigi, Mario, Kirby, and Samus.
All right, Luigi.
I think
Luigi?
Mario, for sure.
Mario. All right. So we got no one for Samus. Shoot. Some Samus bias here. All
My
right, let's
Samus
see.
runs and hides, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's true.
I don't
My
play like that
Samus
either.
has actually been doing good. Gotta say. There's Samus. Here's my boy Luigi. Ouija, bro. And if you can see their names, that's their nicknames I gave them.
El Pacino.
Al Pacino. I gotta switch Kirby's to basically God, because that's basically what he is. But yeah, so here we go. 2 stock match. Let's make sure it is good. More rules. Let's see about the time here.
What about items? You got those off?
Yeah, I got
Ah.
items off. The Smash Ball is on though, so that's good.
Okay.
Here we go. Smash Ball will be on, so that way things go quicker. All right, so here we go. Final destination, random. Let's go. All right, and we're going to non-fair. All right, so let's see who basically
North Fair, you
wins. Norfair. All right.
There's a really racist joke about that. What did the 2 Asian guys say when they played the first Metroid?
No.
First time? Not fair.
No fair. Wow.
It's not playing at 60 frames for me, so it's hard to see what's happening, but I'm just looking at the
Yeah.
percentage. Fucking Kirby's got the lowest damage. Mario's got the most. Jesus. He's getting his ass kicked.
Yep.
Come on, Mario. You're invincible when I play against you.
Are these all level 50s?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all 50s. They're all 50s, and I each trained them individually.
Mario's not looking so good.
Oh, none of them are looking good. They're all over 100. Shoot.
Well, Mario's at 140. I mean, he's... Oh!
Oh, Luigi. Ouija, bro. Come on, Ouija. Oh, Samus is gone. Well, no one betted on Samus.
You're gonna say this guy's at 141. That's bad. But sometimes that actually works in my advantage when everyone gets greedy. They get
Mhm.
starry-eyed and say, "Oh, I gotta go knock that dude out." They get
There we
suckered into
go.
let me knock them out.
Oh
All right,
dang,
I'm down a
Ouija!
stock. Kirby's down. Ouija's leading.
Oh shoot!
Come on, hit that little bastard.
You
Screw
can't
you,
hit.
Mario.
Come
I'm
on.
going to win because I am a Mario.
Who picked Luigi here?
I
I
did.
did.
Oh, you both did.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my boy Ouija, bro. He was the
There
one I
you
really
go.
had to go
Finally,
to.
but Mario's up to 73. Ouija's gonna win this.
Oh, Samus is already up to
Where's the
134.
Smash Ball?
Smash Ball, I don't know. It's not
Put it on
coming.
high.
Yeah, put it on high.
That thing's cheating, man. That's a free knockout. I hate this Smash Ball.
I don't like it, but in this game I wouldn't mind.
Ooh, Kirby!
Mario
Kirby
needs
is
it.
gone.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm off the
Oh, Ouija! Oh, dang! Oh, the Mario Brothers. Oh, it's going in.
Come on, Mario.
It's on the battle for mommy's love.
Oh, come on! You got him!
Peach's affections. And Daisy. Ooh, come on.
Yeah! Woo!
What?
Screw
Done.
you, Mario.
And then-
Screw you.
Screw you, Mario.
Brother.
It is now called New Super Luigi Bros.
I'll take
You
second.
shall always be a player too from now on.
All right, so I'm gonna have this noted. Me and Zen get, and the thing is, if you come second, you get at least half a point. So that you basically, this is gonna be a point system basically, and then at the end, we'll find out who is the best better out of all. And you guys that are watching, like I said before, you guys will right now choose go right now in the comment section so I can keep all this there. Who you think is going to be the best better here? Who do you think is good at betting? So that's how we're gonna do it here. But yeah, that was basically a good match. Ouija won at the end. Screw Mario. Screw Al Pacino. So yeah, so that's basically gonna be it, guys. Thank you guys for coming in. It's been great. Thank you guys also here, my guests. We'll each sign us out, but thank you guys for again coming, and thank you for all watching. It's been great. So let's do our sign offs. First of all, we're gonna start off with the same way I started in the beginning. KC, listen.
It was nice to be here and discuss this subject, which are big, hence the name Mega Podcast. So, yeah, I'm still working on my videos. I'm not that savvy on editing. I'm doing my best. I have one on the works, which is the reasons you should buy a Vita. I have the script ready, so all I have to do is perform, and well, that's it.
That should be a short video, though.
Oh, snap.
Dang.
You'll be surprised. Tell you what, I'm gonna shut up. I'll take the shot.
All
I
right.
couldn't do this. Sorry.
All right then. The guy with his juice is still. No, I'm not doing it anymore. It sounds so wrong. Go for it, Terminator.
No, but after what he said, you can't deny that the juice is loose right now.
The juice is tired. I gotta say, I'm pretty wore out. I'm doing some snow shoveling in my driveway, so I'm pretty wore out. It was like 4 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday. It's freezing. And anyway, this has been Terminator Juice. We hit on some pretty deep subjects that we could have spent a lot more time talking about, actually, and maybe we could pick up on one or two of them next time or something, because we had.
Trust me, I
pretty
got
good
a lot
discussion
more.
on it.
This is just the first
'Cause,
episode.
There was this is the deepest, like, conversation-wise we've ever gotten in video game-related subjects. So it was good. I was glad to be a part of it. So thanks for having me. And I think Mario was gonna do it next time, though. He's ready.
Oh man, but there might be a new competitor within about a month or so. 2 new competitors. So let's watch out for those. And if you guys been watching me, you guys already know who it is. Freaking Mega Man and Rosalina. I'm not even gonna let you guess. But yeah. So next up, of course, the King of Logic right here, the guy who's pissed right now, Zen Gamer.
Arr, pissed. Sound like a pirate. That's angry. That was so wrong. Anyway, it was a really good cast. My mood has improved somewhat with all the laughs that we had, especially within the last couple of minutes. Ouija for the win.
You're gonna go back to the mountains and do kung fu and
Yeah,
meditate.
yeah. I gotta find my zen again. I gotta find my zen again. Oh man, I might hunt somebody one of these scalpers down otherwise. But anyway, check out the ZGZ if you haven't done so already. New stuff coming soon. Bunch of stuff already there. So if you go in and it's kind of you don't see it every day, don't worry about it. They come up and they come up fairly regularly nowadays. So check it out. That's Zangin Zone. I'm sure you like what you see. Thanks for watching, guys, and I really enjoyed myself here, as pissed as I was.
But all right, guys. So that was it. You guys already know me, Mega Gamer Man, and I have a lot of stuff coming in. There's this video about what's coming up. Halo Nights will continue. It's gonna happen. I have one scheduled for this Saturday, and yeah, it's gonna continue on with Halo 5 still. So just look out for that. And yeah, so plenty of stuff coming in the new year. This was only, of course, like it says in the title, a new beginning. So basically, you know, this is only just the first. There will be more. This time, though, just because it's just started off, I'll make sure it's next week on the same day. So hopefully you guys can come in from that. And hopefully you had a wonderful time. And like I always say, don't lose your way. Don't be afraid. Just game till the end. Peace.